So chapter 3.1 deals with rounding. So if your notes, I'm writing kind of large, but you don't have to write as large as I am, so it kind of gives you an idea of how big I'm writing. All right, what we need to do is, let's go ahead and do a place value column. And so I'll give you time to write this down, but notice that we have, here's our decimal. And then to the left of it, we have our ones, tens, hundreds, thousands. And on the right side, notice that there's no ones column on the right of the decimal. There is no ones. It's tenths, hundredths, and thousandths. Notice that they all have TH. So everything to the right of the decimal has TH. Okay, so on the left side, go ahead and put the word steps. We're going to write down our steps to rounding. And over on this side, just go ahead and say round to tens. And we'll do an example right here. So steps, round to tens. Okay, this will be the number that we're going to round to the tens. That's a comma right there. Okay, this is one step, but it seems like a lot. You want to find the column, ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, whichever. Find the column, circle the number, then look to the right. Find column, circle number, and that's our symbol for number. It's a pound sign. And look to right. So let me do that right now. Find the column. Well, we're working on the tens, right? Matter of fact, I'll just do this right here. Right, because I'm looking for the tens. Find the column. Well, the tens, here's the ones, here's the tens. Circle the number. Okay, that's this one right here. This is the tens. And now look to the right. Look to the right. Okay, so I find the column, circle the number, look to the right. Okay, so if the right number is 5 or more, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9. Then the circle number, see, look at it. I'm going to put a pound symbol, number. The circle number, that's 9 here. The circle number soars. If right is 5 or more, the circle number soars. Okay, now here's a shortcut for taking notes. If instead of writing this all over again, we use the ditto marks. Okay, so this ditto mark means the same thing as above. So this if right is, see those little ditto marks, two little hash marks? So if right is, and I'm going to put 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. In other words, 4 or less. If right is 4 or less, the circle number rests. It stays the same. Next, change right numbers to zeros. Right numbers to zeros. Change right numbers to zeros. And our last step is left numbers bring down. Left numbers bring down. Okay, now let's see how all this works out for our problem. Okay, so here's our number. We find the column, that's the tens. Circle the number, look to the right. If, second step, if the right number is 5 or more, let it soar. Is it 5 or more? No. If it's 4 or less, let it rest. In other words, keep this the same. So I'm just going to write that right. I'm going to bring it down here in between these two steps. All right, now, step 3, change the right numbers to zeros. Change the right numbers to zeros. These are all zeros. We're going to change these right numbers to zeros. Don't forget the decimal point. The left numbers, that's on the left side, bring those down. So I'm going to bring this down. 3 and 2. And there you go. There's your answer. Okay, find the column, circle the number, look to the right. If 5 or more, let it soar. 4 or less, let it rest. Right number 0, left numbers bring down. That's it. Okay, you should still have room down the bottom of the page. Let's go ahead and draw a line going across. We'll do some examples right down here. And we're going to round to on this side, and then we're going to write the number over here. Round to and number. Or the pound symbol. Let's do three quick examples. So we're going to round to the 100th place. Notice there's a TH. And here's our number. 7549.866. Dot 866. Okay, so let's use our same rules again. First, find the place, the column, 100th. Let's see, this is the 10th, 100th. Circle the number. Look to the right. Is this number 5 or more? Yes, 5 or more. Let it soar. So this is going to be 7 now. Okay, so we're done. 4 or less, let it rest. Well, this is 5 or more, so it's 7. Change the right to zeros. The left side bring down. Okay, and there you go. There's your answer. We rounded off to the 100th place. 10ths, hundredths. Okay, this time we're going to run off to the hundreds, and we're going to do the same number we started off with. To the hundreds. So remember, it was 7549.866. 0.866. We're going to round off to the hundreds. So our first step is to find the column. See, ones, tens, hundreds. Circle the number. Look to the right. If it's 5 or more, let it soar. No. 4 or less, let it rest. Yes. So we let this rest. Add a 5. It stays the same. Now the right side, right numbers change to zeros. And the left numbers bring down. One more example. Let's go ahead and make this to the just to the ones. Same number. So that number was 7,549.866. Now we're rounding off to the ones. So our first step is to find the ones column. Well, that's it right there, the ones column. Circle, look to the right. If it's 5 or more, let it soar. It is. So this is going to change from a 9 to a 10. So what you're going to do is, that's a 10. Well, you can't put the 1 right there. You can't make this whole thing 10. You have to carry it over. Okay, so 5 or more, let it soar. We did that. On the right side, change right to zeros. Don't forget the decimal. And left side, bring down. So let's see, I have 4 and 1. That's 5. Then another 5 and a 7. Okay, one last time, let's go over the steps. Please say them out loud as I go through this. First of all, we want to find column, circle number, look to right. If right is 5 or more, number soars. If right is 4 or less, number rests. Change right numbers to zeros, left numbers bring down.